What is up, everybody? AwesomeNerdShow here, back again. This time, as you can see, we've got the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Classic Cartoon Target exclusive figures. And again, these things look really cool, and if you've been in the collecting universe or know anything about these are like the big rave thing right now that everyone's going after. And we were lucky enough to be able to finally find these in our Target, and they had all 4 sets. So we've got all 4 of them here, and as you can see from this first pack, it's Leonardo versus Shredder. So they have a turtle and then a character that they'd fight with and everything. And so we've got all the packs that we'll look through real quick, but of course we're going to open them and look at them individually. So this pack comes with Leonardo and Shredder. Then it comes with different little accessory stuff. As you can see, Leo has his katanas there. Shredder has a sword as well. They have the crane communicator, turtle communicator over on this side, and just some different little accessory stuff. Again, more that we'll look at into and everything when we open the packs. But there's the first set. Then the second one, we've got Donatello versus Krang, which Donatello is always my favorite turtle out of the set. So we got Donatello, of course, with more turtle communicator things, and we got Krang in one of his robot suits and stuff. And again, I always think Krang was funny looking with being a little brain guy and stuff, so that looks awesome as well. Then we also got Raphael versus Foot Soldier. So these next two come with Foot Soldiers, so no really main characters or anything like that, which would have been cool to get, but we got Foot Soldiers because you also obviously have to have them for the turtles to fight up against stuff. So we got Raphael, he gets a piece of slice, his size, and then we got a Foot Soldier there with a gun and everything, which looked cool. And then obviously the last pack of Michelangelo versus another Foot Soldier, which we got Michelangelo, the party dude, his nunchucks. I don't know exactly what that is. Looks like a turtle with some string and stuff, another turtle communicator, and a Foot Soldier, of course, with another gun. So again, these all look really cool. So we're going to go ahead and open these, and we'll take a look at the figures individually and stuff, and see their movements, and look at the details and stuff they put into them to get the classic look and everything in it. So let's go ahead and open them. So here's the first pack with Leonardo versus Shredder. And again, these look really cool. I'm not going to probably go into depth, the detail of like movements and everything, because I'm kind of worried about these figures. We did heat them up and stuff to be able to get their joints to move easier and everything, but I just don't want to risk them too much because these are my brother's figures and I don't want to break them. But first off, we have Leonardo. So again, these look really good. They look like the old classic cartoon turtles, which is obviously what they're based off, so kind of makes sense and everything, but they just look really good. So as you can see, we've got the turtle body, and so they're all designed exactly the same. They're all the same color and shade of green, which when I grew up with turtles in the early 2000s, which was the one I watched a lot, each turtle was a different shade of green, but these are all the same shade, so that kind of fits in as well. And then it's got the same shell design and everything. They have, of course, the brown belt on here with their logos, so he's got an L, of course, for Leonardo, which they, have fit for each turtle and everything, as we'll see. But of course, what distincts each of the turtles is their bands, as you can see. So he's got blue, so obviously Leo's colors. Obviously you all know all this stuff. So he's got the blue headband here, or I guess eye band you could call it. So over his eye, he's got the blue that goes around, and I like how they do this on the back of all of these. The color is darker, so as you can see, it goes to a darker blue color. So you can see back here where the knot is and everything, it goes to a darker blue. Same on the like elbow pads here, so it's light blue on the front and darker blue on the back, light on top, dark on the bottom. Same with the knee pads, as you can see. So I like how they did that and threw that in there and everything. We'll look at movement. So for you can see his face there. I don't know if they're all making yeah, they are all making different faces, it looks like. So he's got his teeth bared or whatever, where he's like kind of thing. So he's got that. So they have some head movement, so his head can turn side to side a little bit. It feels kind of stiff. It could probably move a little bit more, but I don't want to risk it too much. And it looks like the neck moves a little bit in there as well, as you can kind of see it shake back and forth. But you can't really do like nodding. You can just do very little movements, but you can't like get it to look down or up too much. For shoulders, his shoulders do come up like that there, so kind of about like that, and then they do rotate around a bit to go around, so as you can see, pretty much in a full circle probably. But again, I don't want to move too much. It's got the bicep twist there, and all these turtles have the same, so we won't go over this on every turtle. It's got the single elbow joint there, so I like again how like the elbow pad helps like kind of cover up the joint and everything, so you can't really see joints, so that's kind of a neat thing. So that, as you can see, it moves there. Then of course we have their wrist, which can twist all the way around, and then it also does have a flexion. This one looks like it is a side to side kind of movement, which it is moving, but it's not very much at all. So again, I want to be careful with that, not to do too much on it. And I like how you can see down in there and stuff, it still looks like a turtle like the same body just with a shell on, which I think is cool that they had that. Of course, has the turtle shell on the back. Again, the back of the belt as well, which we'll see, which you can put the katanas in there as well. So he's got that. Then we go down to the leg joints, which of course the legs, they're kind of like moved together. So that's why when I picked one up earlier there, they kind of move and joint together. So they're kind of on the same joint and stuff, but they have some movements around. So obviously you can move forward a little bit. The shell obviously gets away, but it's a softer shell, so it does kind of move with the body and stuff back a little bit. So it's got a little bit of range move there, and then of course out to the side and in and everything. Then it does have the double knee joint there. As you can see, again, it's being hidden pretty well by the I guess bands, I don't know what you call them there. And then the foot does have some movement side to side and a little bit back and forth, not too much movement in the feet there. And again, they probably have more. I just don't want to risk, you know, spinning them too much or mess with it too much to break them possibly. But there's Leonardo. We'll look aside, then we'll look at accessories. So he comes with extra hands, so he's got these open hands. Again, I don't know exactly what you do besides like posing with these open versions there. Of course, they're 3 fingers and everything as the turtles have. He comes with a closed turtle communicator, so we'll see an open one, you know, in a little bit with some of the figures and stuff. So you can just see some of the different design and stuff of the communicator, so you can stick like that into his hands. And then, of course, he's got his katanas or swords here, which they look kind of crazy because of how fat they are, but that's just how they're designed and everything. And then, like I said, you can take them and slide them into his back, which may be kind of stiff out. We didn't really mess with these too much. Yeah, it feels kind of stiff and like they're almost too big, so maybe they don't really maybe you just have to kind of like really stick them in there or something. I don't know, but I don't want to get them stuck. But I'll just go ahead and try and stick them into his hands real quick. So they just kind of, for this one at least, easily just slid in there. But yeah, we definitely got to get him the double swords there, so he's got his double blades as Leonardo usually has. So that's Leonardo, so we'll sit him to the side back there. Then we got Shredder, which again looks cool. I really like this. It looks, you know, straight out of the cartoons almost. So there's, look at his head. So he's got the, again, cartoon style helmet. So he's got the mask covering, and then the helmet here with the whole spikes coming off of it, and then the little like chainmail parts hanging down, and again the different shadings, so you can see the light gray into the dark gray, which looks really cool. From there we have the cape on, so it's just a nice fabric purple cape, just a soft you know, cheaper fabric that they usually put on figures and stuff like this. So I like how it's, you know, bundled up around here around his neck and then hanging down in the back there as well. Then we've got his armor, so you can see his shoulder pads here with they're kind of like soft rubbery pieces, so these don't have to worry about too much. And then it's got all the spikes all over, which are soft rubber as well, so they kind of move and bend and everything. Same with the gauntlets here on his arms, so again the soft spikes on everything there to protect his arms. And then he's got the hand spikes with the 2 there as well, which again are bendy and soft and everything. And then he's also got the piece like kind of coverings there on his shin guards with the spikes as well. Same all sort of material. He's got the bare arms, and I like how they have the lines and stuff, which I forgot to point out on Leonardo, the lines that they had for like shading and just like different details and stuff in the body. Of course, from the cartoon style and stuff, I really like that they added that in there as well, so you can see both of his arms there. Same sort of, or then you can see the body, so you can see the gray like shirt he's wearing there, again a dark gray, then even darker gray, almost black on the back. So I like, again, that change of colors, a black belt, and then just black pants as well down all the way to the feet. Just normal clothing outfit and stuff. Movements are pretty much the exact same as the turtles, so the head can move a little bit more, so it can, you know, move side to side, then it can do like a knot and everything. His arms can move up, but they're kind of really stiff on Shredder as well. But he's got that double elbow joints arms. Yeah, everything's pretty much the exact same as the turtle. Like I said, he does have the toe bins, which I'm not gonna mess with too much, but he does have the little toe bins. Yeah, you can see them there. Again, I don't like those usually on figures, and I feel he doesn't really need them too much, so I guess it doesn't really make much of a difference. But I guess if you want to help him stand a little bit, he's got those as well. For accessories, he comes with a bunch of hands, so he's got 2 open hands here. So if you want to put the sword in his hand, that we'll see in a second. So he's got 2 open hands like that. Then he's got 2 hands that are like completely open, again, more for like posing and stuff. If you want to do kind of like a pointy like, "You turtles, type of thing. He's got those hands. He comes with the sword there, so this looks more like a sword Leonardo should have, his katana. So you can obviously put the open hand and stick that in there as well, and they can, you know, fight each other, whatever. He comes with a Krang communicator, or communicator with Krang's picture on it there too, so it's just a nice little pink design. Again, I like the whole black outline and stuff. I think that looks really cool on these things and stuff. So there's that with Krang, and then we have a thing what I assume to be a container of the ooze and stuff. Just a nice little tube here again, and like I said, we're guessing that it's a ooze container is what that comes with. So that's it for the Leonardo and Shredder set. Next up is Donatello versus Krang, which is again a cool set because I like Donatello. He's my favorite out of the turtles. So again, we're not going to look at all the movements. It's all the same as the last one, so you can obviously see all the exact same movements. But again, for Donatello, he is obviously purple, so we got the purple mask on. So again, I like the lighter purple into the darker purple there in the back. He's got the D on his belt there, of course, for Donatello, and again, continue on with the purple elbow pads, wrist things, whatever, and then knee pads and stuff. Again, light on the top, dark on the bottom. I like that a lot. And again, he's got the back of the belt here that has the little rounded part to stick his bow staff into. Again, I really like that. And so that's pretty much it. Like I said, I could go more obviously with all the movements, but it's the exact same as Leonardo, so we're not going to look at all of that. So we'll go ahead and sit him in a side there. But first we gotta look, of course, his accessory. So he comes with two hands here. Again, some grippy type hands that are more open than what he's kind of got, where he's got the fingers are more closed together and stuff. Those have more open. Again, I think they're just stylist choices or whatever, and you can pick which one you want. He comes, of course, with his bow staff, which Leonardo always has to have his bow staff, which I hope, yeah. So I hope I can get the staff into his hand. And again, that's one of the reasons why I always like Leonardo, was because his bow staff was one of my favorite weapons and everything, and that's what I really liked a lot about him. There we go, I got it in his hands. And then he comes with turtle communicators as well, so he's got a closed one just like Leonardo had there, but then he also does have an opened one. So this is one where it's obviously popped open, and it's got these little antennas that pop out and everything to be able to communicate and stuff there. So that's what he comes with for accessories. And then we've got Krang, which again, this looks pretty cool. So we got a little Krang robot, which kind of like looks like a chicken. So it's not the big android robot, unfortunately, but he does have this little robot here that will look at. So it does have these two legs, obviously, so the legs move obviously there at what would be like the hips, and then it's got the knee joints as well that kind of move around. Then it's got these three-toed feet and stuff, so you can obviously use it to help stand. He stands pretty easily in this thing, so we don't have too many issues. Again, same on both sides. I like the designs, though. Of course, looks very robotic. You can see all the different like buttons and tubes and compartments and everything, so all sorts of different stuff again going on there. The paint jobs don't always look the best, as you can see, but I think it fits along with the cartoon, so I like that a lot. So there we got the little Krang inside of the robot with his little hands, so you can obviously pop the hands out so you can stick them into his body. So then you just open it, so it's got this little door that opens up, and you can just pull Krang right out. And so there we've got his little robot. We'll sit back there, and then we have his body, which again we'll look at first. So you can see him itself. Again, to me, the paint job doesn't look the best. It looks like a homemade paint job, but you know, it's just kind of, I guess, again, the fit with like the cartoon stylized version. So you can see his purple eyes, his mouth kind of open there with some teeth and stuff, and then of course his all pink brainy looking body. But then you just take these hands, and I hope I'm putting them in the right ones, but you just kind of pop them in. I'm not pushing them in all the way right now, just so, because I like it back in the robot and stuff, but you can just stick them there, and then they do have movements and ball joints and stuff to move around. And then the only other accessory he comes with is this little tripod thing, so you can obviously sit it down, and then he has the circle on the bottom, so you can just kind of sit him on it and get it centered on that circle. And then of course you have to get it to where it'll hold him. I don't know if it has to go in any certain direction, or if it'll, you can probably just, I guess, go ahead and maybe just push him onto it, and there he just kind of sits on it and everything. But again, I like it more in the robot form as well. But I still think it's cool. I like that they did throw Krang in there. Again, I assume they'll make it his big android body at some point, which would be cool. But that's it for the Donatello and Krang set. And the next set is Raphael versus the Foot Soldier. So this is our first Foot Soldier. But of course, we got Raphael first. Again, same as all the other turtles. So again, we're not going to look into him too deep or anything. But of course, he is red because he has the attitude. So he's got to have the red and everything. So he's got, of course, the red mask, red elbow pads, red wrist things, and the knee pads as well. Again, same as usual. Lighter red on the front, darker red, which this one's not very noticeable. It is like in real life, but to me on the camera it doesn't look too noticeable. But again, it's all the same. He has, of course, the R on his belt for Raphael, and then no things on the back, because I think usually he just sticks them down in here maybe. I don't remember for sure, but he usually just has his right on the side, so that may be why he doesn't obviously have like any designated like joint pocket type things for his size. But he's got, yeah, all of that, and that's pretty much it. Again, we've looked at all the movement stuff, so not gonna look at him repeatedly over and over again, but that's the Raphael there, if we can get him to stand. But then we've got a foot soldier, so this is the first new character here. So we got a foot soldier, which is very weird looking, especially the head. Like, look how weird that head is designed, and everything doesn't really look like a human and stuff, but it's still pretty cool. So we got the foot soldier head here, so it's in the classic purple and black, kind of goes along with Shredder, obviously, but he's got the red foot there on his head, so obviously that's why they're the foot soldiers and stuff. And then he's got the purple like mask on. You can see his yellow eyes there and kind of like the face design there, and then the mask comes then down into like a shoulder pad type design stuff, and you can see the head movements there right at the head, so it can like twist around and everything and move up and down. It's pretty much down all the way, but there it can move up, as you can see there. So then he's got, of course, his shoulders there and stuff. Then he goes into a black shirt that he's got on. He's got some gauntlet type things on here on his arms, so protectors and stuff, just kind of extra armor and padding. Designed kind of like the top part or the sides of Shredder's helmet and stuff, with the like different like metal pieces all put together. You can see him wrapped and strapped there around his hands. He's got a purple belt type wrapped around his waist there and stuff. Then purple pants. They're kind of like a baggy design. Again, you can see the change from the light purple into the dark purple all along there, which again, I like that whole switch in the light and dark stuff. And then the feet there as well. Similar, very similar to Shredder's feet. It has the toe joints here, whatever, again, that I don't want to move to try and break, but it does have the extra little joint there at the front to be able to adjust and move the feet and everything. Then of course he's got his hands in the fist, but we'll see it comes with different options as well. So it's got the same movements. Obviously we saw the head already, the same arm, all the exact same joints in place, just different like layer or settings for it and stuff. It does have a waist twist there. Of course the legs move out double knee foot and stuff, and the feet do twist there right below the knee or whatever at the shin. So all sorts of different movement stuff, and pretty cool looking design overall for the foot soldier. And again, you can kind of adjust him into different little things and stuff. For accessories, for Raphael, we do have some hands here, so some other additional hands again for posing with the size and stuff that we can see. It looks almost like he's doing like middle fingers, like double middle fingers to you. And then of course he does come with the size as well, so we can obviously stick those in his hand, which we'll in a second. But then he also does come with a slice of pizza. So of course with the turtles we always have to have pizza, so it looks just like a slice of pepperoni pizza there, and it does have a hole, so you can take it and slide it onto one of the sides and stuff like that, so it kind of looks, you know, they do that in the show a lot as well. But let's go ahead and stick the size in. Here we go. So I got the size in his hands. And then for the foot soldier, we've got a couple hands accessories. So we've got some open hands like this. Again, I don't know why, except for maybe some sort of posing. But unless you just want to go around, he wants to slap the turtle. So go slap, slap, slap. I don't know exactly what else those would be for. Then he does have some gripping hands, which we'll see what those are meant for and stuff. So instead of closed fists, you can have grip hands as well to go for the guns, because he comes with two guns. So here is the first gun, which again is a very futuristic stylized gun, which kind of fits in with turtles and stuff, and it looks a lot like the old Nintendo colors, so the NES design and stuff. So that's what the gun kind of looks, it reminds me of there. So we got that handgun. Then we also have a rifle gun here as well, so it's a nice bigger gun there as well for him to use, so he can use those obviously to fight against the turtles as well. And that's gonna be it for the Raphael and foot soldier. And the last set is Michelangelo versus a foot soldier. So we've seen both of these, so we don't have to look too much at each of the figures, but of course we got Michelangelo here, and he is of course orange, so he's got the orange headband there, again the light orange and the dark orange, and again he's got the elbow pads, wrist pads, and the knee pads there of all the orange color, the M on his belt of course for Michelangelo, and again still no pockets, because he usually again keeps his nunchucks here on the side of him as well, so they don't really have the little spots there to put them in as well. But joints obviously are going to be all the same, so again we're not going to really look at any of the joints or anything there. We've already seen all of that, but I'll go ahead and move on to his accessories. Though he comes with some double hands again, so he can do some thumbs up because he's an awesome dude. So be sure to give this video a thumbs up. So yeah, he's got the 2 thumbs up there. He comes with a turtle communicator, again another one that is opened up there. You can see all the different stuff and the antennas and everything. For that, of course, he's got to have his nunchucks, so he comes with 2 sets of nunchucks there that you can obviously give him to him and he'll play with, which we'll do here in a second. But I want to show off one other thing. So one of these, it looks like this one does have the piece that comes off here, so you can just pop it off, and then he comes with this other piece, so it looks like he's, you know, spinning the nunchuck around. So you just take it and then stick it into there like that, then you can put it in his hand, and then obviously you can spin it or whatever. So I like though that it does spin around, and then you can hold it up like he's spinning, you know, the nunchuck around in a circle like he does in the show and stuff a lot. So that's cool that they added that onto there. But it's, yeah, then you just pop the nunchuck part right back on, and we'll go ahead and stick it in his hands. So there's the nunchucks in his hands, and the last thing he comes with is a grappler. So again, I don't know how this works or anything like that. It looks like a turtle shell here, and then it has these little parts that can come out. They don't come out much farther than this, at least without fear of breaking them, but they look kind of like they're hooks and stuff. This could be something else completely, but then it has this long string that comes out to here that I assume you can probably like put this in his hand and then, you know, have this whatever, so he's grappled to it or something. Again, that's at least what it looks like, and I think it is, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But that's cool as well that it comes with that. And then, of course, for the foot soldier, which you've seen all before, so don't really need to look. We just saw that last one there. He comes with, of course, the same hand, so he's got the 2 open hands again for slapping, or at least clapping for the turtles, like, yay, go turtles, for that. And then he comes with 2 grip hands as well, so each of the hands there. And then he comes with 1 gun, but it's like a plunger gun or something, so it's got this big thing on the end. Again, I don't know if it's just some sort of like ray gun or something, but to me it looks like a plunger. Something you like shoot turtle in the face with a plunger, like boom. But yeah, it's just like a long futuristic rifle and stuff, probably from Krang's universe and stuff, with that in of it there and everything. So that's pretty much it for all of the turtle sets here. So that's going to be it for these NECA Ninja Turtle sets. Again, the Target exclusive sets here. And again, we've never had NECA, at least that I know of. We've never bought NECA figures before, so this is kind of a new thing for us. So again, we had to kind of see from other people in the past with NECA figures that you know, it's good to heat up the joints because they can probably break easily and stuff. So obviously these cost, you know, quite a bit of money for all these sets and stuff, because 4 sets of 2, and they're, you know, to 2 figures a piece, so you have to double the price of a normal set, so then you have 4, you know, 4 times that or whatever. And so these cost quite a bit, but I think they're really cool. I really like, of course, the classic style turtles, and then getting the classic villains. I think 2 other characters like Bebop and Rocksteady, which I know they're supposed to be coming out with supposedly, would have been better off than these 2 foot soldiers. But again, the 4 turtles, Shredder and Krang and stuff, I think is pretty cool, and was glad that we were able to get all those and finally find these at our Target and everything. So I hope you can find them too if you are out there looking for them. You just gotta be keep an eye out for them and stuff. We just kind of stumbled across them on one of our mini trips to Target and stuff that we made looking for them. But I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Let me know which of you the turtles is your favorite out of the set. Like I said, mine's Donatello. Let me know yours. But I want to thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.